Dear hopefuls, Sam, Katie, Rebecca, you both know this, but it has been a bit of a nightmare week for me, just in terms of trying to get hold of this book. As I mentioned in last week's video, I will be going to Australia before the end of this month, so I yesterday messaged my whole family in Australia to say, is anyone going to the library between now and when I arrive? And I had a few people respond actually, and I said, whoever goes to the library first or whoever finds this book first, please check it out. I just want to have a copy of it ready for when I land in Australia. And by this morning, I had a book. Well, I didn't have a book, but my parents had a book ready for me. So fingers crossed, I'll be able to get to it in not too long, and I will be able to share my thoughts and feelings on it. But unfortunately for the time being, that's not happened, and as a result, I've not watched your videos. Sam, I know you said I could watch the first minute and a half of yours, but I've just been like, I'd rather just wait and catch up in due course. And I will, I hope. But just to give you something else booky, because we're still in Booktober, I have been reading, because I've been patiently waiting for this book to become available somehow. I have been reading I think it's the 5th book in a series of books I'm reading by Julie Kaplan, and it's not like a full series, but it's all set in the same world, and you get like 1 or 2 characters from each book that reappear, and they're not particularly mind-blowing or, you know, incredible, but they're just easy reads, really easy reads, and I've always been one of those people who, when I finish a book, wants to know what happens to the characters after, so I'm really enjoying seeing the stories continue in each book, and sort of hearing about these characters that you've read about in the last book and read about in full detail, to just sort of get an update of where they're at in life. So that's my Booktober video this month. I'm so sorry, or this week, I'm so sorry I still haven't got this book. I would have loved to have it over the Jewish holidays that we just had. It was the Jewish New Year, and it was literally 3 or 4 days in a row that I couldn't use any devices or anything, so it would have been great. It would have been great to have a physical book to read, or more specifically that book, because I did have this book which I've very slowly been making my way through. It's a Dutch book and it's a non-fiction, and it is good, but it's not just, I mean, first of all, reading in Dutch obviously requires my brain to switch a little bit, which is fine, but on top of that, it's set in, I think, Algeria, and it's got a lot of words and I don't know what the right phrase is, but like just things I don't know about, because it's got to do with sort of the culture in the palaces and things like that, and they're using all these words, and they do have explanations at the bottom of each page, but it's just requiring a bit more processing, so it has been taking me a bit longer, but it was my Jewish holiday read when I wasn't busy praying, eating or sleeping. But hopefully it won't be too long before I get my hands on the book. I'm gonna try and get it here still if I can, but if not, at least I know it's ready for me in Australia. Anyway, that's all. I'll see you all hopefully next week. Bye!